Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, I'm Michelle Elman and I make videos on a Wednesday and Sunday. And today, for International Women's Day, I wanted to make a video about feminism.
Greetings, I am Toglin, Hell's Harlequin, but you may call me Tog. I do apologize for the late response, for it is a few days past International Women's Day. Nevertheless, I am still intrigued to hear your defense of feminism.
Because, unsurprisingly, I'm a feminist.
Seeing as your video is titled, I am a feminist, your announcement is most unexpected.
And in 2017, I would really like this to be the year that people stopped shying away from using that word, feminist.
Oh no, Angel Cakes, it isn't the word that people take issue with. It happens to be the advocates behind that label. If it wasn't for the actions of the feminists themselves, I don't think anyone would have issue with the word.
First of all, I believe it's out of respect for the women who fought for our rights, the rights that we take for granted every day, things like the right to work or the right to vote.
It's always been quite strange to me how modern feminists seem to have no grasp of history. Women of the past did work. They just simply had different jobs that were deemed appropriate for the ladies. But this does not mean the gentlemen had much more freedoms either, for both men and women were chained to their class and gender roles. Voting used to be a privilege that was exclusive to those wealthy enough to own land. The time period between all male citizens and all female citizens being able to vote was relatively short.
We wouldn't be able to be where we are today. The body positivity movement would not be where it was today if it wasn't for those feminists.
You do realize, don't you, that not everybody views body positivity in a positive light?
We wouldn't be able to be vocal, outspoken women without seeing the consequences.
Oh, dollface, there's consequences for every action, good or bad.
And second of all, I believe that by using the word feminist, it shows that our work is not done.
Trust me, I know that feminist work will never be done, for they always have the Illuminati, the patriarchy, to oppress them.
We still need to use the word feminist because not everyone is.
We are feminism. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to serve us. Resistance is futile.
Until every woman can make choices about their own body, our work is not done. Until every woman in the world has a right to education, our work is not done.
I hear many feminists say these sorts of sentiments, yet I never see them flocking to the countries where these things are legitimate issues.
Until we have equal pay.
Well, let's do a little reality check. First of all, no competent labor economist takes the 23-cent wage gap injustice claim seriously. There was an analysis of more than 50 peer-reviewed papers commissioned by the Department of Labor. What they found is that the so-called wage gap is mostly, perhaps entirely, an artifact of the different choices men and women make, different fields of study, different professions, different balances between home and work. Now, wage gap activists will argue that even when you control for relevant variables, women still earn less. Well, it always turns out they omit one or two crucial variables. So why play this game?
Until what a woman is wearing and what a woman is doing isn't brought into cases about rape.
What a woman is wearing is irrelevant, however what she is doing can make all the difference between consent and rape.
There are very few words in the English language that begin with femme and don't specifically relate to women.
The only word I can think of that begins with femme that doesn't specifically relate to women would be femoral artery.
Feminism is one of them, because men can be feminists too.
Just because men are capable of becoming feminists does not mean that the word isn't female-oriented.
And if you're one of those men who cringe slightly at that word...
Darling dear, you don't need to be a man to cringe at the idea behind that word.
If you start questioning why being associated to a female cause is embarrassing, you'll start to partly understand the stigma that women face on a daily basis.
Look, just because feminism has a negative stigma behind it does not mean all women share that same stigma.
If having an association to something that is inherently female is embarrassing, well, that's just proof that the work is not done. Women use words like mankind every day.
You do realize, don't you, that the word man was gender neutral up until the 1300s. Before then, the term for an adult male was a wereman, while a female was a whiffman. Whiffman eventually changed into the word woman. The word were was eventually dropped except for in words like werewolf, which literally mean man-wolf. The word man could still be used as a gender neutral in certain contexts up until about the 20th century.
Yet how many times are men insulted by being called pussy or told that they act like a girl? Even insults like son of a bitch and bastard still relate to the mother. The mother is still to blame for the wrongdoings of her son.
Dick is also a pejorative, and I'm sure you would not be pleased if I told you you looked like a man. Most people are more protective of their mothers than themselves, so by insulting their mother's honor is designed to create even higher provocation.
I am not a feminist, but I believe in equal rights. Well, that's exactly what feminism is. That is the definition of feminism.
No, feminism is the advocacy of women's rights, not the rights of everyone.
So why would you choose not to identify with the label if you identify with the beliefs behind it? There's power in embracing that word.
Who says I want to give power to that particular ideology?
But I'm not an angry feminist. Being labelled an angry feminist is a way to gaslight women. It's a way to dismiss female emotions just like women are called crazy or over-emotional.
I'm both clinically insane and over-emotional. Way to make me feel self-conscious about it, you ableist.
And being emotional as a woman is not a fault. Being emotional as a man is not a fault.
It all depends on the context of those emotions, dearie.
We need to stop using emotions as tools to dismiss people's logic.
Reals before feels, honey bun.
Because a female expressing anger is still stigmatized, and these are tactics that are used to tell women that their emotions aren't accurate.
No one really cares for angry people, male or female. Males just tend to be a little bit more frightening. I live with the realization that most of my emotions are in fact not accurate. A little self-awareness is not oppression.
These are just a few reasons why using the word feminist is important.
Well, I'm not overly convinced. If you are, let me know in the comments down below, my lovely viewers. I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit different for this video. I seem to have strained it while vigorously cheering at the suspension shows at the fetish ball. Anyways, I wish all of you have a pleasant rest of your day.